Welcome back to Rouges. We talk about Canada soccer and U.S. soccer. Seriously, welcome back. As the last time I made a video was the U.S. Women's Carly Lloyd's farewell tour and farewell game. But today we are starting off with something new before the international rosters come out. So today, matter of fact, later on, I'm going to be making a video on the U.S. roster and talking about basically some stuff there. But right now, we've got some stuff to talk about. We got some major news coming out of Canada soccer. And when I say you should be excited. I mean, out of your chair, jumping for joy, excitement. And I am. I mean, I've barely even read a little information about this new commit, but his name is Ugbo. He's 21 years old. He was eligible to play for England or one of the African countries, which I have two articles that we're going to be reading on to learn more about him together on. So, I mean, I'm just excited. But, young prospect. Started at Chelsea and then now is playing over at Genk in Belgium, and now he's recently today announced that he is committed to play for Team Canada for Rouges, and that's just exciting. I mean, he's an offensive player, and I mean we're gonna learn more about him and why he seems important later on in these two articles I have. But I mean, I think for me, starting off, this is exactly what Canada needed. Canada needed some offensive power to get in the box and just be more lethal, especially on set pieces. I don't know if this will make a heck of a difference on corner kicks, but still, it's like Iowa Canola. It adds another attacking piece or attacking option to Canada's attack, and Canada needs more attack. And their defense looks pretty solid. It's just their attack. I believe that Ike Ugbo, if I'm saying that right. Hopefully he'll provide that spark or give us that missing puzzle piece that Canada needs, and will also hope to contribute to Canada's run to Qatar 2022 World Cup. And one of my questions that I think got answered in one of his articles was, now that he's eligible, will he be eligible to play against Canada's upcoming games against Mexico and Costa Rica over in Edmonton at Commonwealth Stadium? And I think by reading, yes, he will be, and yes, he will. As I think one of the articles says that he has been rumoredly called up to represent Canada and in this starting lineup possibly, or maybe even come off the bench. But he will be traveling with the squad in Edmonton to play those two crucially also important games for CONCACAF World Cup qualifying. And I mean, the more I talk about this and the more I just dream and imagine, I just get excited. But now a lot of people are going to be saying, well, hold on a second, he's young, we should wait and see what he does for Canada first. Yes, you're right. But at the same time, I mean, you should still be excited. I mean, this is a young commit. We don't see, it's Canada. I don't see young commits every day, unlike the level of the U.S. or Mexico due to population. So this guy, he comes and it's just exciting. I mean, how could you not be excited for a new commit? Especially for what seems like an attacking option, a really vital attacking option for Canada, which is at the moment what they need in order to boost a stronger attack. I mean, how could you not be excited? I don't care if it's a 30-year-old that's committed, that's really good. I mean, it's just any player that could help the team win is important, and that's what I see out of Ike Ugbo in this case. I think he's going to give Canada and really help their chance to win and qualify for Qatar 2022, But without further ado, before I keep getting exciting and talk about who this guy is, as I'm pretty sure you guys would really know, who this guy is. I got two articles I'm going to read. The first one comes out of, looks like it's by the Canadian Press and it's out of National Sports. But former England youth international like Ike Ugbo commits to Canada, and this is coming out of Toronto, here in Toronto. Former England youth international striker Ike Ugbo, who plays his club football in Belgium for KRC Genk, has committed to play for Canada. As you can already see, I mean, that's that headline and the subheadline grabbing. If it doesn't grab your attention right there, I don't know what does. Onto the body. Former England youth international striker Ike Ugbo, who plays his club football in Belgium for KRC Genk, has committed to play for Canada. I think I already read that. Born in London to Nigerian parents, that was the other country, was Nigeria. Ugbo decided to play youth soccer at Brampton East SC and Woodbridge striker before returning to England and joining Chelsea's academy at the under 10 level. Canada Soccer said that the 23-year-old will be with the team for CONCACAF World Cup qualifying matches against Costa Rica and Mexico on November the 12th and 16th, respectively, in Edmonton, Alberta. This is great news for Canada Soccer's men's national team program and the country, as he's another young top-level player with his best football years ahead of him. Canada's coach John Herdman said in a statement, "He's chosen to be a part of this exciting journey, starting with FIFA World Cup qualifiers 2022 in Qatar. We are looking forward to finally see him and this Qatar and Canada red in this jersey." I mean, oh, and it goes on, by the way. Ugbo was a two-time UEFA Youth League winner with Chelsea FC from 2014 to 15 and 2016 15 to 16, and was a prolific scorer in helping the Blues win a string of domestic youth cups. Some of his goals were spectacular, none more so than bicycle kick on one final against Man City. Oh, man. If he's scoring bicycle kicks, sound like this guy really has got some talent. I mean, he's really got some flair to him, and I just really hope he shows that against Canada, or shows that with Canada against other teams. I'm going to keep going. Part of Chelsea's talented youth program, he then was loaned out to a number of clubs. He spent part of 2017-18 season on loan at Championship club Barnsley, returning to Chelsea in January 2018, having made 18 appearances for the Yorkshire club. He then went out on loan to MK Don and League One, scoring twice in 17 games. So he's shown that in that case, he's a scorer. But for that club, it didn't look like he scored a lot. But in August 8, 2018, he joined League One sides, Skonstrup United, with 1 goal and 14 appearances. So he shows that he can provide. I mean, we have to see some video evidences and of him playing, but I mean, just reading this article alone, it just gets me excited for the potential that this guy has. And I mean, who doesn't get excited? I'm going to keep going. In August 28, 2019, he was loaned to Roda JC in the Dutch second-tier league, where he scored 13 goals in 28 games. So he's shown here in the second league in the Dutch that he can score, but we have to keep an eye on him, as I said, over at Genk in Belgium. He moved to Belgium, Cercle Bruges, on loan in August 2020, scoring 18 goals in 30 matches. So there he goes with another move. He's still scoring before making a permanent move to KRC Genk. So even in Belgium, he's showing that he can still score. This season, he has 4 goals in 12 matches across all competitions. Ugbo is the latest player to switch national associations in order to carry Canada colors. Others to switch allegiances since 2018 included Ayo Akinola. Remember him? I did a video on him. His commit from Detroit, Michigan, USA to Toronto, Canada. Theo Corbanyu. I didn't know that one. Stefan Estacio. Didn't know that one either. Ricardo Ferreira. Christian Gutierrez. Frank Sturdig, and David Watherspoon. Wow, so a couple of these names on the Canadian roster are recently switched dual nationals. So that's interesting to know. But even in that article alone, before we read the second one, even then, it's just exciting, as even in Belgium, he's shown that he can score in European football, which is also important, especially for Canadians and American players, because that's where the high level is. That's where all the talent is. It's over in Europe. So if you want to go get better at playing football, you got to go to Europe and play in the big leagues. And so that's one of the important things I was looking at is he playing high level soccer or football? And yes, he is. And that's another reason why I also say you should be excited, because I can understand if he was playing in the, no offense to the MLS, because we're not there yet, but if I can understand if he's playing in the MLS or some low tier league and was tearing it up, but he's playing in the Europe and on a decent, what seems like I think Club Genk is at the main level, top flight in Belgium. So even then, he's playing top level football, and that's what's important. He's not beating up on little teams and just racking up goals every game, right? He's actually getting challenged, and that's what's important, and that's what I'm looking for too. is, how is he going to do when it comes to the bigger games? And of course, yes, some are also going to make the argument too that, well, when he gets to Canada, it's going to be a different national team and club is a different story. Yes, it is, but at the same time, I mean, it doesn't say that he can't take what he's learned to already and use it to help Canada, continue to grow and thrive and continue their quest to Qatar. So he can still, I believe, shine. It's just a matter of, it's going to take some time. So that's where everybody is correct on these points where, we should be excited, but shouldn't expect a lot, of course, because he's young. He's still got a lot to learn, as the article said. He's a prospect, still got years ahead of him. I mean, yes, I agree with that too. And he also goes into the good mix of the number of Canadian players who are young: Alphonso Davies, Jonathan David, and so on. They're all in their 20s. Alphonso Davies yesterday, or a couple of days on November 2nd, turned 21. So they're the same age, and he falls into this age group with Canada and Canada soccer. So it's perfect right now. And I'm going to go ahead and read the second article. Gink striker Ugbo to represent Canada. This one looks like it's out of TSN, the sports network here out of Toronto as well. Former England youth international Ugbo will represent Canada at the senior level, Canada announced on Thursday. So there it is again. They're stating it again. The 21-year-old Gink striker will be available for selection as soon as the next round of World Cup qualifiers, and the Chelsea Academy product will join the Canada camp next week in Edmonton. So, there's your question again. Then my question again too. If you weren't sure if he was playing next month or playing in a couple days actually in Edmonton, there he is. Both articles say it. So hopefully we can see him when Canada releases their call-ups, and hopefully we can all just continue to be excited. This is great news for Canada. So I think this is a repeat. Yeah, it's a repeat, so I'm not going to read that. A native of London, Ugbo spent this is a repeat. But I will post it if you are curious of just reading it through. However, one thing I do want to point out, I think this applies to Team Canada as a whole, is through six matches, Canada sits in third place in the final table on 10 points. 4 behind the leaders of Mexico. The top 3 teams we know get automatic berths to Qatar 2022. But, by the way, Canada they're in action coming up, of course, in Edmonton, as we know. But that article is pretty much the same point. I will still post different snippets if you want to read it, but for the most part, it's the same as the first one. And yeah, both articles do a pretty job of describing Ugbo, and I'm just excited for this guy. Ugbo is just, he seems like he has a lot of potential. And like I said earlier, we still have to wait and see how things go on. And, he's still young, so it's going to take a while for him to get up to speed and really get good. But for now, you should be excited. And I'm excited, and that means you should be too. But that is it. That does it for the new commit. If you like this video, make sure you like it, share, subscribe it. Tell all your friends about it. And also tell all your friends that Ugbo will be representing Canada and Rouges for World Cup qualifiers and further on, and to help them continue their journey to Qatar 2022. Be excited.